part about teaching all beings to plant the roots of virtues. So in the initial verse, it's about obviously I just highlight a few points on the skillful means. And more importantly, is that teach sentient beings to give rise to faith and joy. So faith is your belief. So obviously, because we haven't seen a path, we haven't been a path, but somebody else have been, so we have faith in that. This joy here is about the inner joy that one would be able to attain in the practice. Then we joyfully go according to condition. According to condition, doesn't matter what conditions they may be when you're facing life. So in this particular explanation, which relates to what I've just explained just now, so I won't run through these points. I put it down here so they can read. But more importantly, I just want to highlight this point about the aspiration. So much that you take on the path, and then you also make the vows. So this aspiration is having that mind to know where you are heading towards, and that to head towards that, and there is a bodhisattva aspiration. But to get there, you need to have this bodhicitta mind. Okay, and bodhicitta mind is one with both compassion and wisdom. So you cannot have one on just one. Okay, compassion and wisdom. Then be learned and knowledgeable of the Dharma. So this lessons learned, we're taught with these 6 virtues, which Master explained, and I'm sure you all know about this. So you can just read through and run through this. So I think what you need to do is then ask yourself, where are you in these virtues, which I'm sure that you all can think all 6 of them. So in contemplation, it is your experiential learning that nurtures the gain in wisdom. So this experiential learning is when you actually apply the Dharma into your life. So it doesn't matter whether I know we are an MCO, we're living in a house, we're locked up with the family. That's experiential learning. Okay. So it's from there that you apply the Dharma that you gain it in wisdom. Okay, it doesn't mean that because we're householders, we only apply it when we listen to the Dharma. No, it applies right throughout. So do not look down on the humble potential. And this humble potential, it could very well be talking to your staff, talking to the shopkeeper. So there's nothing in a humble seed that shows it will grow into a giant tree. So in the same way, that humble potential that you speak to when you buying things from a sundry shop or a mom and pop shop. So that moment can gain you that wisdom learning. So therefore, the dharmic seed that you plant in yourself, or someone has great potential to grow in a tree of wisdom. So on relationship, this one a little bit long. Affinities in relationship. Life is an oasis of affinities, isn't it? Because there are so many people we can get to know. The deluded mind sees the oasis of relationship as a mirage of combative relationship to fight for the mind share so that the views become predominant. That's what been taught in the world. When we grow up, even when we're in school, we're supposed to be more superior than all your classmates. A view that arises will cease just like a phenomenon that has no self, but merely a manifestation of the mind. And so what's the view that we have? What does it worth? Which at the end of the day, that view will cease. So a mental affliction hurts another that will result in karmic causes. And that mental affliction, just holding on to our views. A harmonious relationship of a noble one builds an affinity with one another. And this is one who has the discerning mind. And the discerning mind can only come when you have a higher consciousness. So affinities are bridges of a wholesome practice. You never know when you need to cross one. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, BrotherChin, for wonderful insight. I'm just amazed. How did you come up with all this contemplation, BrotherChin? Where did it come from? How can we learn from you
I tell you what, this interestingly, I just
yeah,
want to show you all, if I
yeah,
have time on, because a bit more
yeah,
time on Friday. I want to show you how I pick up a few words from a few sisters, including Irene. I will
yeah,
show you the contemplation that I got
yeah,
from them.
yeah. You must teach us this finger licking good recipe lah. Otherwise, we can just smell and hear, but we cannot taste it. We want to know the secret behind all this contemplation that you share with us every morning.
Brother Chin's capacity is very near the 9 level already lah.
Yeah, but I think we have been here for so long. We need to know a little bit more lah. We know a little bit more the secret
Okay, well, I
behind.
need to go.
Okay, brothers.